What is up, YouTube? Brandon here. You're watching the Scale Racing channel, and I'm going to end this marathon of 5-pack unboxings on a positive note. Yes, we're going to get into this 5-pack of Ferraris. This one, take a look at the packaging. It'll be like a little Star Wars thing we got going on here. Take a look at the back. All the extraneous details. And this one has a 1993 copyright date. I can't wait for this one. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Well, I did open it up and took a whiff, and I will say it did smell kind of like a musty box. But they did make the packaging a little bit better back then, that's for sure. Anyway. And here they are in all of their glory. They surely to God don't make 5-packs like they used to. It is unfortunate because this is nice. First car out of this 5-pack, the Ferrari Testarossa. This one in solid red. And the only tampos you're going to have on this car is the Ferrari logo on the hood and the Hot Wheels logo in the rear glass. This one it's a two-tone black and red interior. Most of these Ferrari Testarossas had a two-tone interior, which I thought was pretty darn cool. Most of the time it's a single color in there, but on the Testarossas they do have the two-tone. This one does have the 5-spoke wheels. You've got the black plastic insert for the taillight panel. Overall, this car is one of my favorite castings, I'm not gonna lie. This one has a painted metal base. This car was first released as a mainline in 1987, only available in black and white with ultra Hot Wheels, and then in red the next year, 1988. My favorite version being the one in the F.A.O. Schwartz History of Hot Wheels 8-pack in a metallic red with gold PC5 wheels. Have not been able to get my hands on one of those yet, but I'm still looking. Last mainline version was in 1998, and it was followed up with the 512M that was basically the same thing as the Testarossa, but it did have a few updates to the casting. There were quite a few changes that were made between this model and the 512M. Next car out of this 5-pack, the venerable F40. Downhill racer's dream right here. All red, has the Ferrari logo on the hood, and it also has the Hot Wheels tampo in the rear taillight panel. And this one with the opening rear deck lid. That way you can see what's powering this little beast. Light tan interior. And this one does have an unpainted metal base. And let's see how this does. Not done anything to these wheels. Looks like the front axle is a little wonky, but the rear is nice and tight, so it shouldn't hurt it too much. Front wheels not so good. Rear wheels are great. I forgot to mention on the Testarossa, but all of these cars in this 5-pack were designed by Larry Wood. And the F40 was first introduced as a mainline in 1989, only in red with the 40 tampo and ultra Hot Wheels. There were many other variations after that. It showed up in the Ferrari Racer series in 5 different variations, and also in the Boulevard series in 2012. And this one was last seen in 2014 in a Ferrari 5-pack. And I believe that this one right here is my favorite out of all of them, just due to the sheer simplicity of the design. All red, Ferrari logo on front, 5-spoke wheels. That's all you need. Next car out of this 5-pack, the Ferrari 308. All red, you got the Ferrari logo on the front, and this one has the Hot Wheels logo in the rear taillight panel. There's been Some other 308s showing up in the Ferrari 5-packs with plastic bodies. This one, thankfully, metal body, clear windshield, black interior. You've got the engine vents in the back made out of that same black material. 5-spoke wheels. And I don't know, the stance is a little bit off on this one. Looks like the back end is jacked up a little bit high. Front looks pretty good. Back sits up a little bit high, so the stance is a little bit off on this guy. And this one does have a painted black metal base. Who doesn't love the Ferrari 308? If you grew up in the same era as me, you probably saw it plenty on Magnum PI, so you can thank him for a lot of this obsession. But anyway, it was first released as a mainline in 1978, only available in red. It was also known as the Race Bait 308. Later it was available in the Hot Ones series in silver with the gold Hot Ones wheels, probably my favorite version of this car. And later on it was named the Quick Trick and the Street Beast for the Ultra Hots line. Then changed the name to the Ferrari 308, and the final run of this casting was in 2004. The fourth car out of this 5-pack, the Ferrari 348. Again, all in red, Ferrari Tempo on the front, and this one has the Hot Wheels logo lightly tampoed on the rear glass. Metal body, does have two-tone interior. It's tan with the red inserts in the seats, which is pretty cool. It's got the 5-spoke wheels, and it's got the black plastic inserts for the taillights, and this one has a black plastic base. Ferrari 348, probably the least favorite of mine out of this entire 5-pack. I was never really a big fan of the full-scale version. I always thought it looked a little bit Lotusy, but this particular rendition, the proportions are a little bit off on the roof line or something. There's something going on here that doesn't look quite right, but it's probably my favorite version that they made. It's basically just straight red, no crazy tampos on the front. This one was first released as a mainline in 1991, only in yellow, with both Ultra Hots and gold Hot Ones wheels. And most of them had that crazy 1980s tampo going down the front hood. It was also in the Ferrari Racer series and last seen in a Ferrari 5-pack in 2009, and it's always had a plastic base. Last car out of this 5-pack, the Ferrari 250. Same theme as the other ones, all red, Ferrari logo in the front. This one has the Hot Wheels logo in the taillight panel. Open top roadster, black interior, clear glass. This one does have headlight inserts made out of the same material as your windshield. This one has the 7-spoke wheels. And it has, let's see if I got this right. There it is. Red plastic base. The 250 was introduced as a mainline in 1991 only in yellow, then later in 1995 in red. It was seen 3 different times in the Ferrari Racer series and last released in 2009 as a mystery car in black. The black one, probably my favorite version of this car. Alright, that's all for the Ferrari 5-pack. As usual, I'm going to pick a favorite out of this group. And even though I grew up with the 308 being one of my favorite Hot Wheels cars back in the day, I'm going to have to give it to the Testarossa. I've recently become very fond of this casting. I love the fact that it's got the two-tone interior. They're also decently fast, and we will see if this one has any speed with the 5-spoke wheels. I have a feeling that this guy might be a problem for this guy. So we'll just have to wait and see how they do. That's all I've got for you tonight. Y'all stay healthy, have fun collecting.